Right behind me is a brand new Jetour T2 and it's taking over the world with over millions of units sold and people trading this in over a Defender or a Ford Bronco, and it's a fraction of the price. Let's find out what this new Chinese hot trending vehicle is all about on today's episode. Let's go. What's good, everyone? I finally got my hands on the Jetour T2. This has been out for a few months. Well, locally it's been out for a few months, but it's been so hard to get my hands on. They're almost always being rented out or being used. So today I got this gem for you. Let's get into it. There's so much to go over. There's just so much to talk about in so little time. So let's break it down. You're probably wondering what even is a Jetour T2? Well, Jetour is a Chinese company that's produced by Chery. That's the overall top company. And you probably haven't seen it in the US because there's strict regulations on imports from Chinese companies. I know the US just imported 100% tariff on Chinese produced goods. So you probably won't ever see this anytime soon. We have it here in the Middle East, and I know it's also available in Europe and possibly other parts of like Central Latin America and Australia. The Jetour is this off-road, it's strong, it's muscular, not as much as maybe a Jeep, but it's that nice in between. You're looking at a Ford Bronco, you're looking at a Defender, but instead of paying over $60,000 for it, you're paying these retail brand new at 2025. You can get one for 129,000 real, which is about 35,000 US dollars. You'll get a used car for 35,000 in the US and it won't have nearly as much features because this thing is jam-packed for the value. I think it's kind of showing like, what are we actually paying for? Are we getting ripped off? Because these things are pretty good. Let's start off. Let's do a full 360 of the car. Up front, you get Jetour across. As you can see, there's cameras literally everywhere. And you'll see that on the display because you get 360 camera, left, right, front, back. So many different cameras. Down here, you do have like fake tow hooks. You can't actually tow anything. You have matrix LED lights. The Jetour is currently available in 6+ different colorways, and they're all different customizations. You can have different interiors. There's so many options. I saw a matte black one fully blacked out the other day. It was beautiful. Over here you get Giddy Control P10s, which has a 255/55 R20 tire. More LED lights along the side, more cameras. It does have blind spot detection. And it has the Tesla features of navigation. You'll see that in the touchscreen. Up here, you have your roof rack, so you can attach all your off-road camping stuff. Awesome, excellent. Here, it says rated for up to 95. Over here, 95, which in the US costs dollars on dollars. Here, you're looking about $2 a gallon, $2 and some change, which is a steal. Then you have a spare tire. It's in this nice plastic. It feels premium. You have another camera here. One thing I noticed is that the exhaust is tucked away deep inside. You can't really notice it at first. And there isn't any tow hook, so you can't actually tow anything back here. It's all just aesthetic. We open it up. Jetour logo right here. You get plenty of trunk space. You get extra cup holders. Boom. So you're right here posted up at the beach or got your camping set up. You got your iced tea and you're just chilling. You got plenty of storage. The seats fold down. Nice leather interior. Power outlet. Hooks. And then if we lift this up, you got your first aid kit and your tire changing kit and a nice little vest. And you also have all-wheel drive, but not just regular all-wheel drive. You have intelligent all-wheel drive that goes into four-wheel drive automatically depending on certain road conditions. Pretty cool, right? Now let's have a look at the motor, guys. Come on. All right, right here, it's small, but it packs a punch. It has 254 horsepower, 390 Newton meters of torque. It is a turbocharged inline 4-cylinder engine, and it has a 7-speed dual clutch transmission. I honestly thought it was fun. When you got this thing in sport mode, it picks up. It's got a nice little torquey feeling. I'll show you guys in the driving experience. But yeah, it's really small. There's so much empty space right here. Imagine someone LS swaps or puts a Hellcat engine in here. If we get enough subscribers, we might eventually do that. Like, so we can make that happen. That's it for the outside. Let's go inside. All right, guys, we're officially inside the interior of the Jetour T2. Let's get started. The steering wheel, you get this cheap leather with stitching. It's not the best, but for $35,000 you can't really complain. Left side you have your driving cruise control settings. Right side you have your music and voice control settings. All right, on the door you have plastic. Up top you have this nice Alcantara. You have this flap that I don't know what it's for, but it's addicting to play with. Then you have some space for water bottles, extra space, and you have a premium Sony sound system, Jetour across the bottom, and a stepping stool. And then you have a huge 15-inch display. This thing is massive. All right, as a size comparison, I have the latest iPad with the M4 chip. As you can see, it's bigger than a brand new iPad, guys. And for all my anime people, Demon Slayer, if you know, you know. Let's get back to it. We have the iPad on here. You have Apple Maps and Android Auto. It's the first Chinese car where I've seen Apple CarPlay actually works. I wonder why that is. And if you're wondering, the only one that I was able to get to work was the wireless CarPlay. Maybe that has something to do with it. But we go to the actual Jetour application. It has everything. You have your different controls for off-roading. Like I said, you have your front, back, rear camera, side. You can literally see everything on here. And you can also see the 3D. Isn't that cool? It's a little creepy, but you got your 3Ds. Then over here, you have your different vehicle settings. You can change your ambient lighting. At night, you can see the ambient lighting. It's underneath by your feet and also in the doors. You have your assisted driving settings. Oh, right here, it has the thing like a Tesla. It's not as good as Tesla's, but it's a step in the right direction. So hopefully in the future, this will be a common feature on most cars. That's what I think 2030 is gonna look like. Display, you got your day and night mode, manage your connections, nothing new here. Over here you have your AC controls, control your fans. You can call me old-fashioned, but I'm not a fan of everything being on the touchscreen. I like when you actually have physical controls for your AC as well as your music. As you can see, there's no volume control knob. It's all right here on the steering wheel. Let me know what you think about in the comment sections. Over here, you have your wireless charging, both sides. Underneath, you have your USB ports and like extra storage space. This feels like you're straight in out of a fighter jet. You can pull this down, awesome. And you can go into manual mode where you got your paddle shifters. The paddle shifters are plastic, but they have a good feel to them. I'm not mad at it. Then you go over here, you have your 6 different driving modes. I do like the animations as you're going through. It's pretty nice. Snow, mud, rock, eco, normal, and sport. And if you put it into X mode, that's when it'll automatically pick the right setting for you. I thought that was pretty nifty. Over here you have, that's your off-road settings. Then you have your camera settings and your AC controls more. Then right here you have 2 cup holders, fits a regular size drink. Then you lift this up, slide this forward, you have extra storage. Very nice. On the right side, you get this nice little texturing pattern, more texture feeling. You have a ton of handles, 1, 2, 3 handles, which definitely gives it that off-road rugged feel. Over here, you have touch sensitive lights. It's tactile. And then you pull this back and you have your sunroof. You can put it all the way back, or you can just have it partially open and you can close this all the way to protect you from the sun. You pull this down. This is one of the first cars where I've seen where you just pull it down and it shows it instead of lifting up. It looks like a ring halo light. It's super bright. Almost at night, it's too bright where you can't really see yourself, but it does look cool. On your seat, you actually get this nice leather with Jetour stitching right here. I like the pattern. I don't know, it kind of reminds me of like a map, guys. I like that. Like I said, they have so many different color options for interior. I was in a different one the other week and it had color matching seat belts. This one just has the black, but I think I'd probably go with this one more because I like this one. I like the seats. And that's basically it for the front. Now let me show you the back. All right, we're officially in the back seats. As you can see, I got plenty of leg room. I'm 5'9", 175 centimeters tall. and I got plenty of headspace. I can recline this. Can I recline this? Oh, I can't actually recline this back, but that's okay. Or is it? Let me know. You pull this down, you got your cup holder armrest. It's not the biggest, but it'll do. Then right here you have your AC controls and 2 extra charge ports and a small little extra storage. You have flaps on the seat, more handles, your Sony sound system. All right guys, now we're with the driving experience. One crazy feature that I noticed is when you're parked, if I put it in drive, look, I'm in drive. If I try to push on the gas, I'll do this light to not mess up the gearbox. You saw that? It doesn't let me drive if I don't have my seatbelt on, period. That's pretty crazy to think about. I don't like that because what if you're in an emergency? What if there's a malfunction with a computer and you actually do have it on and it's not letting you and it's like a life or death emergency? So I would say minus points on that, but let's get going. Oh, and then one other thing, the parking brake is all the way over here, down where you pull for your hood. That's where the handbrake is. So that's a little weird. Disengage that. And now we're in drive. Everything's good. We're in sport mode. We're moving. Then another thing is like we have the Tesla technology, but right now it literally says we're on top of another car, which is not the case. I'm sure they'll smoothen that out. The Jetour released in 2023, so there's 3-year models of it so far, and Jetour started in 2017, so the company is brand new overall. So they still got a lot of growing to do. I'm sure they'll figure out the kinks. The Chinese were able to figure out most of the AI innovation you see today. They started OpenAI, ChatGPT with Sam Altman, but I'm talking like most of the engineers. So I'm sure they'll get the kinks worked out. Right now, when we're in sport, it is a little torquey. Once you push on the gas, you get a little bit of that feedback. And right here, look, it says the car is right on top of me, which almost, this guy's a little too close. The driving over here is a little crazy. I fear for my life at times. We got a straightaway, so let me show you the speed. Picks up. Not bad, not bad. When you put on your turn signal, I found this out. If you're slower than 30 kilometers per hour, it'll turn on your cameras. And if you're above 30 kilometers per hour, it'll automatically turn off the camera when you're exiting the turn. So this should work. Yep, there it is. You got the 3D camera right there. But like I'm saying, 35K, you get a nice touchscreen. You have high quality cameras. You get a Sony sound system. You got like this gear handle. It makes it feel like you're premium. You got some Alcantara. You got the leather seats. Hey guys, it's not a bad deal. You do notice you got a bit of weight to it. It's not that light. I wish it had like a slightly more powerful engine option. In China, they do have a hybrid version that puts out a bit more power, but so far the ones that are being distributed right now is just the 4-cylinder 2-liter turbos. And that's basically it for the driving experience. With the somewhat weak engine, it's not the best thing ever, but you do have fun. You can take this off-road mildly and still have plenty of fun. Like I said, people are trading in their Land Cruisers and Defenders for the Jetour. Even though they have billions of dollars, millions of dollars, they'd rather have this just because the value. They see what it's putting out, and I'm honestly in agreement with them. It's a fun car for 35K. But let's wrap this up outside, guys. Let's go. As you can see, this thing is jam-packed and it's only 129,000 QR, about 35,000 USD, brand new. There isn't much you can get. I don't think there's any American or European car that you can get for that price that's new with that many features. If you do know something, put in the comment sections. Do you think this should make it to the US or should it stay in China? Would you buy this? Honestly, for the value, I wouldn't mind seeing this as a daily driver. I think it's pretty good value. And you might be like, oh, well, the Chinese have your data. What do you do about that? You can try using VPN modes, use a burner phone to connect to. But also, if you're using American social media apps, they have plenty of data leaks all the time. So pick your poison, as they say. But that's been it. It's been nice talking to you guys. Let me know what car you want to see next. And until next time, I'll see you in the next video next week. Peace out.